We're back, baby.
Season 4. We back. We back. We back, baby.
Why are you looking?
Why aren't you,
Whoa,
why aren't you dancing with us?
What?
Cut the music. Where's our music?
What music?
Our music. Our theme music.
Oh, I'm sorry, gents.
Was that what you were looking for?
And we're back.
Now we're back.
Now we're back.
Welcome back.
Oh my
Season
goodness.
4. Wow.
Season 4, Reppin the Stateline.
We have been going at this now a year and 4 months.
Something like that.
About 14, 15, 16 months.
20 weeks for the first episode, another 10, another 10. That's 40 weeks. Like over a year, yeah, and 10 weeks in between.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think we're almost at 15, 16 months.
When I look back to where this all started, just, group of guys, Facebook little group, stopping in on businesses, doing some taco tastings to where we are today. Oh my goodness. I'm just
It's
Flabbergasted.
overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed.
that is a great word, flabbergasted, because I actually wasn't even initially in the group.
No,
barely
knew you then.
Barely knew me, but I'm going to say this because I feel like I've grown a lot since I have met you two. I would just say young, eager kid that was really looking to, 1, grow my business, 2, learn the business, and 3, really get my name out there. And I think I've done that because
Sorry,
of
we got to watch when we chew. It comes
Yes.
out on the mic.
So, for those that didn't watch our preview, we upgraded
Listen.
everything.
We didn't have video for the preview. It was
No, we
listen to our
didn't.
preview.
It was listen to our preview. So, for those that didn't have our video or watch the video preview, we have brand new equipment for season 4. Very excited about it. It is going to be spectacular. Everything you hear, audio quality wise, video quality wise, we have different camera angles that we're going to be using. We have state of the art to bring to you to really up our game for season 4. Very excited about it.
Unlike our first 3 seasons where it was shot on iPhone.
Yes. Shot on iPhone, now shot by legit cameras with.
Remember George's tripod that trembled every time
Yes.
someone walked past us?
Yes. No more.
So we're in for a little bit of a change too this season. I mean, we're still doing some great stuff. And one of them is we're finding the best burger in the Stateline. But we're going to have some special guests coming in. We're going to be doing a couple of episodes on location, which is going to be fun moving all this equipment wherever we go. But
a
I'm
lot of them
excited.
are going to be here in our studio.
In our studio.
We really took what some of our listeners had to say that actually listen to us week in and week out, and we've made those changes.
Yes.
So I'm super excited to see what their opinion is once they kind of see what we have brought to the table.
Well, I find it funny that we do have a few fans that listen exclusively on podcast platforms. So when they finally meet us, they're like, oh, that's nothing I thought you guys were. So now the video quality is way higher. The audio quality is just amazing. I'm listening to it in these headsets, and if I don't put the headset on, I can't hear anything. It's crazy. But we're just upping our game. Just making it that much better. We're going to give Smartless a run for their money. I'm telling you right now.
Except for we're 3 non-celebrities.
Except we're 3 non-celebrities doing the same exact show, basically.
But I would put our podcast and our video format in Rockford as one of the best Rockford-based
Yes.
and Stateline-based and
What we do.
overall what we do and our content. I would put us up against anybody in town.
Let's rock and roll.
So, all right. So let's get this ball
What are we
rolling.
doing in season 4? We alluded to it in the preview or the
We're doing best burger in the state line.
best burger in the Stateline.
And
Okay.
so that means anywhere, I would say, within a 20-mile radius of the area, right?
Mhm.
Rockford, Belvedere, Cherry Valley, Roscoe, Rockton, South Beloit,
Davis Junction.
Davis Junction, Freeport, Pecatonica, on, right? Because that's our state line. And so today we're starting off strong. So every week we are going to try a new burger and give you guys our honest opinion. And we would love your guys' feedback. We actually have the ability now that if you have feedback and you want to be on air with us, you could call into our podcast and be on it with us.
Yeah. The only thing is you have to set that up ahead of time because we do record a couple of days before we air. We always air on a Friday at 1 o'clock. We record either a Monday or a Tuesday, sometimes a Wednesday, depending on what's going on with our work schedules.
Correct.
But so you got to set it up ahead of time. We will give you the call-in number. You call in and you're a guest. You're here.
Yep. So this week we're starting with my hidden gem. Ever since I switched over to Valentine Insurance Agency,
Yes.
this is a staple that we get frequently. It's off of Kishwaukee Street, South Kishwaukee Street, at the Grant Park Tavern.
Okay.
So our rendition of a double bacon cheeseburger with everything on it is what we are trying today.
So we opening these things up.
So
Let's
let's
do
open
it.
them up.
Let's open it up.
Now, I will say originally, it's a double smash patty. I got cheese. I got lettuce. I got stuff just falling off of it.
Is that bacon?
Yep.
That almost looks like pepperoni. Looks good. All right, we digging in. Everybody, one bite, you know the rules.
I feel so bad for you people watching right now.
Not to have a death spot in our broadcast, but man,
Yeah.
a very good burger.
I mean, I took one bite. I just want to keep going back now to it. Might have to mute this thing and let you guys talk for a while.
So we have. So this is from
Grant Park.
Grant
Park Tavern,
Grant Park Tavern, and that is where
South Kishwaukee Street.
in Rockford.
Yeah, so you have to take Kishwaukee past Harrison, you go over the railroad tracks, you have Orton Keys on the right-hand side, and it's the bar literally right next door.
It's near the corner of like Kishwaukee and Brook, right?
Maybe.
Right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a bar right there on the corner. So I'm thinking that's where it is. Just down the street from there used to be a good friend of ours, Bruce Biggers. His dad owned Biggers Automotive down there. And before he retired, which he just recently did and sold the business, did some phenomenal work on my wife's car. Just great auto mechanic. So if you know a good auto mechanic in town, I'm looking because my guy retired.
All right, so let's do some scores.
We also have French fries and onion rings because you have to have a side.
Yes. I'm going to steal this really big onion ring.
That,
You
that
hear
is-
that
hear that
crunch?
crunch?
Did
that
you hear
is
that
a
crunch?
That is a crunch.
That's
for
how you
sure.
know they're done well.
Uh-huh.
The crunch.
So, let's score the burger. Just the burger. What do you got, John? Let's start with you.
Oh, I've eaten a lot of burgers in my time, but so it's 2 patties, 2 slices of cheese, tomato, bacon,
Lettuce,
lettuce,
onion, pickle.
I'm giving this thing an 8.
An
Straight
8?
out, straight out of Snowman.
8.0.
Giving it a perfect 8.
Josh, how about you?
See, I'm biased because I really like it. I'm going to go 8.4.
Did you just mute him?
I just muted myself because I wanted to eat some more burger while you guys are doing your scores. Uh-oh.
Sorry about that. Little technical. I'm back. Okay. Hey, you gave it an 8.4?
8.4.
Okay. And that leaves me. I'm going to say 6.5.
What?
I'm giving it a 6.5. I think it's a good burger. The just not enough flavor for me. Solid burger. Solid burger. Don't get me wrong. Maybe I'll change my mind as I eat it, but I think it's a solid burger. I'm just not digging the flavoring. I've had better, I guess is the way to put it. It's not bad. I don't want to give him negative score or anything like that.
So it was a 6, what did you get?
6.5.
6.5.
6.5.
I'm keeping
8,
track of
and
this.
you went
8.4.
8.4. All right. Yeah, we'll keep track of it for all 10 weeks.
Is there a way we can make, at the end of our video, a spreadsheet that we can put on that will have where we've been and our scores?
Well, we're going to keep that, and then we're going to reveal it. Yeah, I'll create a graphic for
There'll be a graphic for the finale.
the finale. For
No,
sure.
we picked the best burger.
Mm-hmm.
In our opinion, that might be better. That might be worse. You might have a favorite place. I know one burger joint we're doing this year. We're going to be on location.
We are.
So I'll say.
So what did you get? So let's talk about what happened over the last 10 weeks since we've been away.
Oh my. Well, I'll start. I turned 50. That was horrible. No, actually, it was really fun. Yay! Yes. So, no, birthday happened. Traveled a lot with the wife. Went to New South Haven, Michigan. Did not realize there's this little beach town 3 hours from here. That's just an amazing place. My new happy place. I want to go there all the time now. Beach is beautiful. You could park the car once and walk everywhere. And we glamped. So we were at off-map glamping in South Haven, Michigan. Luxury tents, like when you see like safaris, tent with beds and nightstands and everything else. And like we're out in the middle of nowhere. And it was just a perfect few days to get away from my birthday. Other than that, since we stopped, my daughter graduated high school. She is now in school to become a pharmaceutical tech. My oldest son moved in with his girlfriend. So he's out on his own. He just got his license to work as a para in the Harlem schools. So he's working full-time at the Harlem School District, helping kids with special needs.
Awesome.
My middle son and I have been playing golf league. Josh got us hooked into that this year. So, and I got my first birdie.
You got a birdie
Last night at golf league. I got my first birdie.
Wow. Was it on a par 5?
You
get
got
a 4?
It was on a par 4.
You got a 3?
Yeah.
No way.
On a par 4.
No,
you
I
should,
don't. No way.
You should see my drive, how much better I've gotten now.
I want to see it, or I don't believe it.
So I got my first birdie, and me and Andrew have been, now we broke 62 weeks in a row, each of us.
Congratulations.
So, I mean, just getting better. And it's true. The more you do something, the better you get at it. So I'm just loving the opportunity and bonding with my kid and having fun.
And everything I told you about golf league was correct.
It is. It's great guys, great fun. Better than sitting at home on a Monday night, that's for sure. Plus, business is actually doing really good too. So I'm like, as much as we have a housing shortage right now, I've got listings and I've got some buyers and we're having fun. So I thought it was going to be another recession, like how every time the economy tanks, I have to start a new career because my old career disappears on me. So actually, we're
listings
just having
is the
fun.
game.
It
100%. If you're a realtor right now, you need listings.
Oh, 100%.
That's where you survive.
And you need to think outside the box because everybody looks at it and says right now, they go, why should I list with a realtor? Why should I pay you that commission? What are you bringing to the table? So I bring a whole bunch of things that other people I feel aren't doing,
Sure.
which we don't really necessarily need to do it, but I have to do it because I want to stand out in the crowd. And you know that, Josh. I did some work for your family recently.
Oh, yeah. And also, though, you're on Facebook and you see a lot of people or realtors just post like teasers, I would say. Like 4 or 5 photos of the best attributes of the house, and that's it. When there's John, right, who comes in, does photography, does videography, and doesn't hide a single thing when it comes to the home. You show the good, you show the bad, you show everything.
Well, it's expectations. You want to have, I don't want the pictures to look so good that's a bait and switch. Like that car I looked at today.
Bait and switch.
Bait and switch. I mean, the car, it's a dream car of mine. You know, I get it. It's kind of silly. It's a Mini Cooper convertible. I really would love to have one of these. Great price, great low miles, great year. Pictures looked amazing. When looked at it, it's got key mark scratches. It's got rust all over it. It's like, show me what's wrong with it.
Yeah. You don't want to hide the bad.
No,
You're not going to sell it for sure.
No. And then it sits around and everybody goes, why are you not working harder?
I need to chime in on kind of piggybacking on what you said about John. He spends even extra time to actually hold open houses regardless of how hot and how many offers come through. And there's a reason behind it, and that's fact. And that's why I think John separates himself with a lot of people in the industry that, who are we getting? It's not even like being a listing agent right now. It's your house is sold before you even do anything. But the fact that you still hold the open houses, let everybody look at it. The people that don't have agents yet, let everybody see it. You put a deadline, let everybody bring in the offer,
Right.
and then it's up to your client. You have to present it all, and it's up to your client to decide what they want to go with.
Right. And some of that is because I want to meet new people and help them. So where do you meet them? You meet them at open houses. But on the other note, if a house gets to market on a Thursday and you take all the offers on Thursday night and you go, and I have to work, how do I get to see that house? So giving it a few days on the market, making the most people be able to see a property, that's only a benefit to my seller. Because they will get more money. They will get better offers. They will get more offers. And I mean, I had one we came on the market on Friday and all offers were due on Thursday. And I had agents actually counter offer their original offer because we were waiting so long to present offers to give people an ample opportunity to see the house that they actually said, I know you're looking at it tomorrow with your client. We want to raise our price. So the counter offer themselves. And my clients got the best deal they can get. A beautiful single mom moved into that property. She got a great house. My clients got a great price. Everybody was happy. And that's what you want. You don't want it to go so quick that they have fear of missing out. So many houses go under contract the first day it's on. And 5 days later, it's back on the market because somebody got cold feet because they moved so fast. They didn't have time to think of, do they really want this or not?
Nobody wants FOMO.
That's it.
No.
My kids have FOMO so bad.
Why?
So let's talk about you. Let's jump
Really
over to
bad.
Josh.
My
Josh,
kids have the worst FOMO
Tell
in the
us
history
about-
of kids.
what have you been up to the last 10 weeks?
Oh, geez. A lot of traveling for baseball. Lots of traveling. We actually ended the season going 42 and 7.
Whoa. You played that many games?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well,
That's a lot of games for kids.
we played 9 tournaments, right? But we made the championship game in every tournament except for our last one.
Interesting.
So when 1 year you could play the same amount of tournaments, right?
Yeah.
But you might only play 3 games instead of 5 games because you just didn't make it all the way. And so, yeah, played a lot of games. What else? Mason's playing football for the first time ever
All right.
this year.
I'm
So
excited
we're
too.
super
Next week, I get to see him play.
Yeah, you're gonna come to the game? Yeah.
Where's the game at?
Harlem High School, 9:30.
Thought it was at Riverside Park.
That's in 2 weeks.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah. Yep. So, that's fun. Madeline started pre-K3 this year. So that's
So nobody's home anymore?
She's getting big.
she's getting massive. So it's they always say, right, kids grow up way too fast and it's like a blink of the eye. But it's ridiculous. Because like the other day I was bringing her home from the hospital and now she's having full-blown conversations with John.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing, and just like this sassy attitude. She is her mother's child, right? She looks just like my wife and she acts just like my wife. And like she's just going to pre-K. Like she like cried a little bit the first 2 days last week, Thursday, Friday. And today she found her little friend and her brother, and they literally grabbed hands and walked right into school together like it was nobody's business. So it's super exciting, super freaking sad at the same time.
Yeah.
Like it just,
I feel you on that. My
it's
kid.
crazy. Well, John does too. John's kid, your kids are still like young enough, right? And yours started middle school.
I know.
Huge, right? Is it a whole new building too?
It's not a new building, but different class, different periods,
Different uniform.
different uniform.
Right. And then John,
We went to school drop off, and her locker, like, this is the first time I've taken my kid to school on the first official business. And
Right.
she puts her locker together, and all her friends mob her. And she's like, all right, we're going to hang. Like, they just take off. Like, we don't care anymore.
yeah.
We don't matter.
See, now John,
The kids are all into themselves and hanging out and laughing and bumping each other down the hallway. And mom and dad, ew, stop.
did you shed a tear?
I did not, but then when we walked across the gym, and so you had to walk across the gym to go to the gym where they told you all the stuff about the school year that's important. and I made a thing of it to hold my daughter's hand as I walked across the gym, and she did not like that.
That's funny.
It was pretty awesome, though. Yeah,
See,
it's
we're
crazy.
still going through, I call it the little kid stage of life. John's at the grown kid stage of life where like they're gone. Like his oldest left the house, right?
Yeah.
We took him and his girlfriend out to dinner on Saturday night,
And
it was the weirdest thing. It
And
was
guess
like,
what? He'll probably never go back home. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks. Now you're making me cry.
Like that's the thing is like you're at that point, right? Your kid's he didn't go to college, right? So it wasn't like you moved him into this dorm and then he came home over Christmas, then came home for the summer. And it's like no, like
Yeah.
he's out,
sure.
and if he plays his cards right, which you really hope he does, right?
Right.
Because you raised him that way. He'll never be back
I know.
underneath your roof.
There'll be a ring and then a wedding and then grandkids. And
Hopefully
all that stuff.
you talk him into investing first into a great thing I like to call real estate. They might know somebody that knows a little bit about that before a ring and a wedding and all those things. Actually, I'd say ring, then house, then wedding.
Well, I know where they could get a great loan.
Where's
The
that?
mortgage dad.
Yeah.
The mortgage debt.
Right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Churchill,
But that's it's just crazy. This is our 30, 40, 50 club year, and we are all going through different milestones in our life right now. And
Do you
it's
guys know,
just
this is the last season of the 30, 40, 50. Next
is.
season, we will bleed into
yeah.
31, 41, 51. And it won't be,
Yeah,
it's not
it's not the same,
not
no.
It's not the same.
So we have to continue that 30, 40, 50 this year. This is it. Our special year. So,
Ed Sheeran.
Why do we have Ed Sheeran playing?
If you guys don't know,
I can't hear it through the headphones, but I hear
that's
it in the
weird.
room.
George is a huge Ed Sheeran fan.
I have
and the
no
dude-
idea why it just started playing randomly.
The guy's been to 5 Ed Sheeran concerts this year
No.
alone.
No, 1, 2, 3, 3 this year.
2 in Tennessee, 1 in Chicago just recently,
Correct.
London. That was in 2023. There were
Yes.
2 shows there.
Yep. But
That's
that
5.
was last year.
I was right.
That wasn't this year.
I said in the last year. I didn't
No,
say
that
20
was the last. That was June. It's been over a year. ago.
Okay, cry me a river. Anyone else notice George's Mike Ditka stash? He says it's a staple for the whole season 4.
The coach.
The Bears. 'Cause you know why? You know who starts up in 3 weeks?
Oh, here we go.
JF1.
Before we get into that, because I have a whole segment about this, right?
We're gonna have a whole episode on it.
Yes, but I have some cool stuff. Tell us about your last 10 weeks.
My last 10 weeks. Holy cow. When did we end? Let's start that. What was the last episode? End of March? I believe. May? Was it end of May? So, yeah. So, my last 10 weeks. Well, I went to Hawaii for 2 weeks. I went to see 3 Ed Sheeran concerts in a span of 8 days. What else? What?
I want to finish my burger. You should mute me for like 30 seconds. I was trying to tell John, hey, mute mine as he's wrapping up his tinfoil.
You're gone. You're muted. Okay, so 3 Ed Sheeran concerts in 8 days, 2 in Nashville, 1 here. Went to Disney again. Did the Hawaii for 2 weeks, and just got back from Washington, D.C., flew in yesterday, and here we are, and I'm ready to kick it off. I still have a Vegas trip, a lot of travel coming up for the end of the year, but my last 10 weeks were insanely busy. You're muted, man. Nope, sorry.
Put it back on.
Go ahead.
About that Vegas trip, though. As you guys all know, we were all supposed to be in Vegas. It was going to be a thing.
I screwed up.
Dun, dun, dun. We are not going to Vegas no more. But George found a way to go with everybody else.
I'm going to Vegas.
He's going to Vegas. I'm going to Vegas.
I do not get to go to Vegas. It is what it is.
I will be
you
calling. I will be calling in the week I'm in Vegas.
Yeah. I will be there. I literally will cross paths with you at the airport. You leave and I come. But anyways, so yeah, my last 8-10 weeks were insanely busy. I won't lie, the mortgage market is not great. So I'm really making a focus and push into this winter on trying to keep things moving and keep things positive and move forward and try to help as many home buyers as possible. I feel like mainstream media is really bringing a downer on the industry way more than it should be. And I think that there is a whole side of the mortgage world that should be talked about everywhere right now, because especially with what's happening with rising prices, rising costs, and what inflation's leading to in the country, and nobody's talking about it. So rather than get into it here, I am going to make a whole special video series that should be coming out starting next week on social, on anywhere you can see me. We'll be sure to share some possibly some information on our Reppin the Stateline, but I definitely think that the community is being underserved because of mainstream media right now, and not just our community, obviously, but everywhere. And I'm going to try my best to bring light to it. So that is
George always says, "Don't marry your interest rate," right?
correct.
See, when Grandpa Broda over here was once a young lad,
It's Papa John.
His interest rates were in the teens and 20s.
No. I never saw him that high, but
Well,
I bought my
In
first house.
1967, they were that high.
Yeah, but I wasn't even born yet.
Don't you remember
my first mortgage?
the 30s?
I do, yes. My first mortgage was in 1997, and I had an adjustable rate mortgage. Thought it was a great deal. We started at 8.8, and when I got rid of it 4 years later, it was at 9 3/4, because the rates kept going up, and the adjustable rate goes up with the rates.
Yeah.
But it lets you start lower so you could get into the house. Next house was here though. I'm 8 3/4. Next house after that was 8 1/4. Then HARP. That HARP program was great during the crash because
09, 10, 11, 12.
well, in 2010, because I was established with Chase, I had 3 mortgages with Chase over the course of my adulthood.
Here's
Just did a no
trivia question.
Yes.
Trivia question for Josh. What does HARP stand for?
Ooh, HARP. Hold on, wait. Helping assist people's rates.
No. Home Affordable Refinance Program. That's just a
I was
funny nugget.
also 16 when that came out. So
In 09?
oh geez, yeah, probably. I started high school in 07.
Yeah.
Wow. So you were 20. No,
20,
17. 17.
16, 17.
Yeah, I'm thinking college. Sorry.
Dude, I was bumping my 14 subwoofers in the back of my 01 Dodge Neon. Actually, it was a Plymouth Neon candy apple red.
All right. First car. What was it?
I just told you, an 01 Plymouth
That was your
Neon
first car?
cherry apple red.
First car.
I had, I think it was called a Chevy Corsica.
Okay.
And it wasn't my car, it was my grandpa's. And he didn't drive anymore. So he only let me have the car if I drove him at all of his appointments. So I was my grandpa's chauffeur when I was a kid. So I can have a Corsica to get around town.
Nice.
Yep, that was my first car.
Would
Yours?
you have a Model T?
73. You guys all hear what I put up with these guys, right?
We're terrible.
So it was a 73 Buick LeSabre. Poop brown.
Who
Rawr.
are you kidding? He had a horse-drawn carriage.
You
You don't have those sound effects, do you?
I make my own.
Model T. Oh man,
Oh, man. That was good.
he's the one that drove the mail across west.
Across the West. You remember that game when we were in school, Oregon Trail? John lived it.
The game was written after him.
Oh man. So, anyways,
Hey,
all right,
remember,
back to
remember when the Wright brothers made the airplane? He was in the stands.
we need to stop. All right, let's move on. So,
You know the movie. You know the movie Pete's Dragon.
Pete's Dragon.
He was Pete.
I don't know that movie.
Oh.
Sorry. And that's the end of the jokes. We're
Laying
done.
before time.
We're done. Moving on. Oh wait, that was not the sound effect. It was supposed to be very nice. We should have used that throughout.
No, this is what we do. We go. Back in my day. Oh. Okay.
All right, we can't sound.
Okay.
We can't sound effect people to death.
No, we
I
can't.
know.
That's
Well, I mean, we could.
I mean, this
but-
is not the Howard Stern show.
Okay, got it. All right, so let's move on.
You don't even know that reference.
I
do
know
you?
who Howard
Okay.
Stern is. Yes.
Howard Stern's great to listen to for sure. You know who listens to Howard Stern? All like
Old
religious. No, religiously. Like he hates when he's working at my house because I actually talk to him and he's got to take his AirPods out.
Oh, Jeff.
Oh, Jeff.
Jeff is like huge
Did I
Howard
hear
Stern
someone
guy.
knock?
No,
I thought I heard knocking.
I think you hit the table.
You hit the table.
You goofball.
Oh, maybe.
Because you could hear my ice.
Okay,
Every
so
time I touch something, you hear it down here. I mean, these microphones are way
Yeah,
too
Jeff's
powerful.
funny because like he'll be listening to something and you know he's not listening to music, right? Because he's like taping and mudding some drywall. And you just hear him go.
he does because he's listening to Howard Stern. he just does that little chuck. And I hope I'm gonna make him watch this episode just so he can laugh with us on that joke. That was a good one.
Jeff Carey, guys, handyman services. He's your guy.
Yep. If you
Oh, speaking of which, in our referral group, we have real off tangent repair guys. We have a gentleman that owns a business that repairs stuff, and he was just at your house.
Yes, he was.
Do you want to shed some light on it?
Yeah, how did it go?
How'd it go? Would you use them again?
It went really well. I mean, I knew the floor was rotted out underneath the entry.
I'm gonna let you give the plug for him and go from there.
It's Dan Drewer, Drew R Services. Ripped out all the old tile, fixed the subfloor, put the new flooring in, put all the trim back, cleaned up after we're done, put an entry door in for me. Was in and out of there the entire project 13 hours.
That's pretty good.
wow.
Was that a span of 2 days?
They worked pretty much 9 hours the first day, and he was there for like 3.5 the next.
It's not bad.
No.
That's incredible.
Was he punctual and on time?
Yes, he starts, unlike Jeff, he starts at 7 a.m.
Hey,
No, I love Jeff, and I can't get on his schedule. That's why I had to talk to Dan. But similar situation. Dan's crew does great work. He dropped off a few people, went through the scope of work, introduced me to everybody. They all show up professional. They're wearing company shirts. Like a uniform. The demo started. Very respectful of the dogs because my dogs are nuts. Just cleaning up after they were done, getting everything taken care of, getting all the debris out of there, and then Dan shows up. All the material, starts slamming it out, keeps a helper. They all go off and start demoing another project. Next morning, he showed up. He had to bring his daughter with him. And she was shy, but she was hanging out. And he finished up the work he had to do. A couple hours, was done. Easy peasy.
That's awesome.
just one. The only thing I learned from Dan. Dan's his name?
Yeah.
Only thing I learned from Dan. Don't accept any Walmart checks.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We can't get into that, but
No.
Nope.
that was a wild story.
That was a wild story. All right. So what do we got?
Oh, back to what I was saying.
Yep.
So football's coming out, and me and my mother-in-law have been talking about possibly getting the NFL ticket, possibly getting Red Zone, right? Because obviously here locally you get 2 games at noon, 2 games at 3, one at 7, and Monday. Our family is super big into fantasy football, so we were talking about getting the ticket. So then we could have multiple TVs with multiple games. We could put the Red Zone package on one TV. If you guys don't know what the Red Zone package is, they show every single play that's going on
In the red zone.
In the Red Zone, which is, I think, really cool.
So you see all the scoring.
So you see all the scoring. And in fantasy football, that's what you want. You want to be able to see your guys that play for other teams score and how they scored and all this. But do you know how much the ticket and red zone cost?
Well, it's on YouTube now too, isn't it?
YouTube TV. It's
How much is it?
$350.
Well, I will say the NFL was smart with that because it used to be exclusively like on DirecTV or exclusively then on Prime or whichever satellite they were using at that time. Going to YouTube, anybody can get it.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it's
they're opening up to way more people.
$350. So I was on the phone with my college buddy from Kansas City, Tony, this morning, and he goes, "Hey man, I have a question for you." I go, "What?" He goes, "Do you want to split the NFL ticket and red zone package with me?" I said, "Sold." Didn't even think twice about it. So we got
I have a discount for red zone. I can get $100 off.
Oh well, we already bought it.
I'm sorry. Should ask me.
Yeah, probably, but still, I haven't told Mason yet. Super excited about it. So
Very cool.
even though
So-
I appreciate college football more,
There will be 3 games played in the Midwest this year.
oh yeah. Did you see that meme?
What do
that
you mean?
The
meme was,
one I sent George?
yeah, I think I saw it a couple days before you sent it to him. But
The
hysterical.
Super Bowl meme?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When the Bears and the Jets meet in the Super Bowl and Aaron Rodgers beats them and goes, "I
No.
still own you."
In the last 20 seconds of the game, he throws a bomb to win it and
To Randall
looks,
Cobb.
looks at Justin Field and says, "I own you."
No, it's not going to happen.
Again. Hey, but did you guys see Tariq Cohen came out today?
Yeah.
He's ready to go. He's ready to rock and roll.
Cohen's coming back.
That's my dude. Little
Took
Tyke.
a year off
Yeah, call him Little Tyke.
for sure. So
But he's not the only small guy running back in the NFL anymore.
yeah, your little cowgirls got
Yeah, dude,
somebody.
5'5".
Yeah.
And the cool thing is his dad got to draft him
Mhm.
because his dad's a coach or a scout for the Cowboys.
Yep.
Well, nepotism.
The dad called and said, "Hey man, I lost or my phone's not working, but would you like to come work with me next year?" And like the whole family just starts crying.
Oh, how cute.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, cowgirls. So, I had a question, and now that question's eluding me. Oh, before we get into what's happening in the area, we should preview the season. So, we talked about we're doing the best burger in town. So, by the end of the 10 weeks, we're going to crown it. And we have some really quality interviews starting next week. Excited because it's going to be here in studio, and we're going to have a 4th guest sitting right here next to John. And he is a local celebrity. So I'm very excited to talk to him. And correct me if I'm wrong, that's going to be our Bears episode too.
Oh yeah, we're going all out. This gentleman, we're not going to say who it is. We're going to kind of keep it a secret. But this gentleman is, like George said, a huge local celebrity. Is a huge and avid Bears fan.
Like me.
And when I hang out,
So you're describing me so far.
I've
Anything else?
I've hung out with this gentleman a couple times.
Yeah.
And it's always at a Bears game.
Yeah.
So, and it's always a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. We hung out with him last time when we went.
We did.
Mm-hmm. So that's a clue for our listeners. We hung out with him at the tailgate last year.
No, it's not Garrett, guys.
It's not Garrett. Garrett's already been a guest on our podcast.
He was.
And I'm more of a celebrity than he is. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Wow.
Okay, sorry. I had to get
George
that
and his new
applause in there.
toys.
Yeah, it's fun. So, what do we got happening this weekend? So this episode
Well-
dropping Friday the 25th, right?
Yes, so it is now Friday, 1 p.m. as you're listening to this. And tonight, Music on the Mall, Edgebrook Shops on North Alpine from 6:30 to 8:30. They have live music playing. And while you're there, you can either check out my good friend's restaurant, Lucha Cantina, but you could also get, if you want one of my favorite burgers in town, go over to Baker Street Burgers over there. Get yourself a Big Mick. You will not be disappointed. Just saying.
Dude, they have good burgers.
No, and this is the rules, though. The rules for our burger competition this year is it is always a bacon cheeseburger with everything on it.
So, however the establishment makes their
bacon cheeseburger with everything on it, that's what we're eating. So
That's correct.
we're trying to keep this as apples to apples as possible. Unlike when we did our pizza that time and it was so many different styles. How can you compare?
Oh, by the way, for 3 double bacon cheeseburgers with everything, a side of fries, and a side of onion rings. $41.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Number 2 thing happening Friday night. Lake County Captains are coming to play our Beloit Sky Carp at 6:35 on Friday night. They're playing them again at 6:05 on Saturday. And also, if you like corn, and we know George likes corn.
Yes.
I like corn.
I like corn.
Yep. The DeKalb Corn Fest starts Friday and ends Sunday.
Ooh.
So you can check that out. On Saturday, if you're into bluegrass music like
I was just
we
gonna
know
say-
Josh is,
There's a lot of blues fests this weekend.
well, the Blues Grass Festival,
Yeah.
because that's Josh's favorite. He likes a good bit of strumming and a picking.
I
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of that, finish and I got
Okay.
something for you.
The Alfalfa Bluesgrass Festival is from 2 to 10 at Angelica, I can't even read my own writing, Organic Learning Center in Caledonia. So it's in Caledonia. Just look at the Alfalfa Bluesgrass Festival. You'll find it. We also got the Blues Festival. Crossroads Blues Festival is at Lyron Park in Rockford from 6 to 10 p.m. And if you're into car shows on Saturday, the Roscoe Methodist Church, right there in my hometown there, Roscoe, Illinois, from 10 to 2, there's a car show going on. And if you're into nostalgic country music from the 90s,
no.
at the Cole Center in Madison from 3:30 to 7:30, the artist formerly known as the Dixie Chicks, the Chicks are playing this weekend in Madison.
And guess who's going?
You.
My wife.
Is she?
Yes.
She excited?
No joke. I didn't even
Uh-huh.
know that was like a crossover there.
Yeah, she's going.
And for Sunday, I got nothing other than Sunday Fun Day. I highly recommend, because I've been there recently, if you have not gone, Stone Eagle Brunch, 11 to 3 on Sunday, unlimited mimosas. The brunch menu, it's $18.99. They got some amazing items, or you can upgrade to steak and eggs for $24 with unlimited mimosas. I mean, they run by you and fill your glass constantly. So it is totally worth it for a brunch in the Stateline. That's my choice for this week.
So back to this blues music
Yeah,
picking.
let's hear it.
Have you guys seen the video of the new guy, Oliver Anthony?
What is this?
It's this gentleman in, I think, Virginia, is singing this like country song with this like old looking guitar, big orange beard, and he's taking the internet by storm.
Oh, yeah. I've seen
Yeah.
that. He's got the #1 song in the country.
Yeah. And it came out like less than a week ago.
I
Can we play it? Can we play it?
I've been under a rock.
No. I don't know how that works with
Copyright.
yeah. I'd rather not. But people know about it. People will know.
Can we do a quick pause on the mics after I get it pulled up? We'll listen to a couple verses and then come back
No.
and talk about it.
No.
It's huge.
It is huge.
It's
Everybody
huge.
that knows. And we don't need to play it, but I know everybody that knows.
But John doesn't know.
But I'll figure it out.
John will figure it out.
We'll show you after the video.
Okay.
It's
No,
it-
it's just one of those things like it's like
I know,
George
but-
was saying though, we don't know what the rules are with copyright.
I
The
understand
last thing
that.
I want is to upload us to Buzzsprout and we get taken down everywhere
but
because Apple
the
says we don't have copyright.
understandable. But the words to the song are like super controversial.
Mm-hmm.
Like he is calling out the government in this song. It's
Hmm.
wild. So we'll listen to it after we stop
And
recording.
depending on what topic he's talking about, regardless of personal opinions, as a licensed realtor, we have a code of ethics 10-5, and certain things I can no longer comment on publicly because it could be an ethics violation one way or the other.
I understand that.
So certain things have gotten really weird for us in our industry. We have to be as all-inclusive and loving of all
It's
all
possible.
the time. And I'm
Yeah.
pretty much that guy. It's just
Yeah.
when it comes to political stuff, though, we got to watch our line now. It's become that bad.
I understand.
So, guys, I'm so happy to be back. I miss my my weekly chats where to me, this is like therapy. Sitting with you guys.
I go to therapy after we record. They berated me by my age, ageism.
That's funny.
I have therapy too, but it's after hours.
So, this is so excited that we're back. And next week, like I said, we have a really fun guest. We have a couple of surprises later in the season. Anything else we want to share before we call it a show?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think that was it's good to be back.
Yeah.
I am
I think we got
thoroughly
most of it.
exhausted of not having this, right? And just going in life. That this is, like George said, it is kind of like therapy because we get a couple hours
Just us.
of
and
just
not
relaxing and
thinking.
talking.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I will say it is a highlight of my week. No matter how busy we are, no matter what's going on, I love our afternoons together doing the show. I love how we're progressing and moving, and things are changing rapidly for us. And
we'd love to hear from you guys. What do you think of the tech? How does it sound? Is it better? Are you glad we did this, that we have this new studio format? And I'm excited for it.
And with that, you could reach out to us on all of these different
Oh,
platforms.
yeah, you got to do your plug.
So yes, so you could follow us now. We have our own YouTube channel at Reppin the Stateline. So you can go to at Reppin the Stateline on YouTube, find that, do all the YouTubey things, like, share, subscribe, comment, leave us a message, whatever you want to do. We have the Reppin the Stateline podcast. We changed the name to podcast. It's in there now. When you look for it on Facebook, leave us a comment. Tell us what you like. We also have our TikTok, which Josh is doing right now. TikTok. He's TikToking right now. So you can follow us there at Reppin the Stateline. Also, anywhere you listen to podcasts, anywhere and everywhere you listen to podcasts, we're there. Just look for Reppin the Stateline. So with that, please like, share, subscribe. And I've got nothing more for you guys.
Gents,
I think we're good.
the usual peace sign.
And I apologize for all the clicking. Every time I put my
Pen down, we pick it up. We'll get better as the season
It's
progresses.
just, we need like a
This
soft
is
mat or
our
something
first
here.
shot at this. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
See ya.